Well, thank you, Gianni, for Stickball Central this week. Get everybody back on the main podcast. I heard you say Yankees were going to win the World Series, so yeah, I guess you must have been talking about some fantasy predictions, obviously. Um,
Phillies fan, by the way. A
you
Phillies
know,
fan is talking. Relax, bud.
oh, I'm
Relax.
sorry. Is that the Oakland Athletics fans talking to me right
Oakland
now?
Athletics. Shut up.
Yeah, yeah, the
Shut up.
Oakland
You're a
Athletics.
man.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up.
Not even the Yankee fans want you, big dog. So it's
You're a
okay.
Shut up,
bandwagon,
nigga.
bro.
Shut
You're
up.
not a real
Shut up.
fan.
Shut up.
Stop that.
Shut up.
Even the Yankee fans know
Even
this.
the
Kind of
Yankees.
pathetic.
Even the Yankees. Shut up. Phillies.
Pathetic.
No one takes you
It's time
serious.
now It's time now to go into my favorite segment for every week's episode. It's time now for our crew member hot takes. But before that, we have to get to our WHS fan hot take of the week. If you want to have your hot take on the show, make sure to DM us on our socials or even on our podcast socials, and we'll choose best submission for the show because we like our hot takes hot, or in this case, scorching hot. I'm playing hot take for the week.
Yo, this is Darius. I'm from Florida. I rep Jaguars, 76ers, and Manchester United. My hot take of the week for We Hate Sports is the Jaguars are going to go 11-8 and make the playoffs after a Trevor breakout year.
I think
Okay.
he means 11-6, but even then, that's still
Scorcher. Well,
no.
first of all, what a collection of teams. First of all, but second of all, I know I said I have the Jaguars possibly making the playoffs this year, sneaking into a wild card, but 11 wins is ambitious.
Hey, bro, this Jaguars propaganda has to stop. Wouldn't you agree? It has to stop, bro. What have you seen?
I don't think it has
What
to
have you
stop. I
seen
think
from
there's
the
a lot of
Jaguars
reason.
that warrants they are going to do anything like that playoff worthy? Niggas signed
Hey,
Evan Ingram. It's over for them.
Here's the
They're
thing.
done.
Here's the thing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like,
They're not
they
good.
have everything that makes them a at least sneaky good team this upcoming season. Okay, I'm not saying 11 wins, like I said, is ambitious, but they now have a competent head coach in Doug Peterson. They have Travis Etienne, they have James Robinson, they have a good running back core. They have Trevor Lawrence, who they owe it to him to make up for the debacle of the first season that he had. They added to the defense as well with their first overall pick. They have weapons on offense. I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised if the
And
Jaguars are sneaky
I'm
good.
telling
Don't be
you and
surprised.
whatever the name of that kid that sent, or the guy, I'm not going to call him a kid, but the guy that
Darius.
sent in that hot take. Let me tell you something, Darius. Let me tell you something, Darius. All right, first of all,
Bias hot take.
your list of teams is just
Not
disgusting. It
biased.
disgusts me. But let me tell you something.
He's an Eagles fan.
Right?
No, he's not. Nigga,
So
he's a
wait.
Jaguars
Let
fan.
me.
He said
Wait,
Eagles.
Trade.
No,
I
he
got
said
it. I got it.
Sixers.
Oh, you
I
did say.
got it.
Oh, you said okay.
He did say. But I got it. Listen, here's my issue, right? PC. I love the names you mentioned, the Travis Etienne's and the Trevor Lawrence and the improvement on defense and Doug Peterson. Look, man, I'm with you on that. But here's the biggest problem. That offensive line is still dog shit. They did absolutely nothing to that offensive line. So how are you going to protect Trevor Lawrence? It's going to be the same type of year Trevor Lawrence had last year. He's going to unfortunately have this year until they get the goddamn offensive line fixed and get that man some protection so he can actually look down the goddamn field without being rushed and actually find a wide open receiver. So that's the first thing. And then PC. The secondary. Trey, do you want to talk about the secondary, or do you want me to talk about how shitty the secondary is? Because yes, they added some of this PC. You're right. They added some additions, but they added additions on the defensive line, and I think they added the linebacker in the draft with the first pick. Other than that, bro, that secondary is cooked.
Burnt toast, nigga.
Burnt toast. They're done, PC. And PC, I love you, man, because look, I know you be speaking and you be trying to hype some of these fans up with their teams, but PC, we are not going to lie to the people.
False hope ass.
The Jaguars are not winning more than 5 games this year. And I'm being nice. I would even say they'll win 6. That's me being nice. That is the ceiling for the Jaguars.
They
You know
won't
why?
be as
Because they're
trash as last year, but
The
they're not
ceiling
going to
is like
do
8 wins.
anything wild card.
No, it's
So,
not.
no, it's
Yes,
not,
it
nigga.
is.
No,
8
it's not.
wins?
No,
8 wins
How
is
can
the
Okay,
ceiling.
PC?
look,
If they
look.
was in the
All right, so
NFC, maybe, but this is the
maybe,
AFC where it has
yeah,
gotten much better. All these teams just greatly
PC,
improved, and
You
you
don't.
niggas are
just
See,
talking
in their
about
that's
own,
what y'all are
in
failing
their
to
own division.
understand.
Wait,
There's going to
go ahead.
be so many trap games this upcoming season for the Jaguars where they can play spoiler for a lot of these contending teams. Okay,
it
if
won't be.
there's
No,
one team in the
No,
league where I can see being trap games for a lot of teams this upcoming season, it's the Jaguars. It's the
no.
Jaguars. We're
Between
gonna
you
move
niggas
on
Lamar
and
is
the
to the
2 and
crew
0
playoffs.
member
against
hot
Deshaun
takes.
Watson. He's 2 and 0
We're gonna
versus
move
Deshaun.
on. Okay, let's
He
go
was
now
on the
to crew member
Texans,
hot
but
takes.
you're
We're
done.
gonna
Okay,
start.
and
We're going to start with Trey for hot takes. Go ahead,
Oh,
Trey.
yeah, say less. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the world, check this out, right? My hot take is Mac Jones will see an NFL Super Bowl ring before Josh Allen, Tua turned the ball over, and Zach Wilson. You can look at me crazy. You can make
Thank you for that. Next person, Tolu. What's your hot take?
my point though. You got to stop that, bro. You really got to stop that, bro. He
now
said
let him
hot
finish. Let
take.
him finish,
You
because
got to.
I think he's actually serious. I think he's actually
No,
serious. So let him finish.
I know he's serious.
no,
That's
yeah,
why I'm not letting him continue.
You
Tolu, go
yeah,
to
niggas,
your
he's
hot
good.
no,
take.
no, no, no. You niggas just don't like
Yes,
hearing
sir.
good hot takes. That's all it is.
I've heard
No,
enough.
that was
I've
yeah.
heard enough. Tolu, what's your hot take?
What's so bad about that
All
hot
right.
take?
I,
You had
I don't
burnt
think
It
it's
is
scorching.
what it
bad.
is. You
You
said
had
what it
he's
I
was.
don't think it's
TK,
bad.
You said
TK.
what it
This man,
was.
TK. This man, PC had burnt scorching hot takes for the past 2 weeks. I give a nice hot take that gets heads
it was
turning,
not
and
nice.
niggas kick me, bruh.
Okay,
Niggas
Yeah,
so
on the
why?
you
So
gave
silence
okay,
you
Not
gave
the
so
a
track
burnt
nice.
and
take.
kick
Wasn't
me.
You
okay,
gave
nice.
a burnt take, Al.
Kick.
why will Mac
You
Jones
gave
have a
a burnt
Super
take.
Bowl? Okay, so Trey, why will Mac Jones have a Super Bowl before Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, and Zach Wilson?
Tua turned the ball over and Zach Wilson. This is why. One, Tua, he's not ready yet. Yes, you give him weapons, but
Back
we
is.
have shut up. Can I keep going? Okay. Thank you. Tua is not ready yet. You have put weapons around Tua, but he still has not shown he has that accuracy. He still has not shown he has that arm power, right? You've seen it. He's made a couple nice throws in camp. Everybody's made a couple nice throws in camp so far for once in a while, except Carson Wentz. But anyways, you compare Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson might have that dog in him on social media, fucking moms, but that nigga's getting fucked on the field, sir. He's not good. You seen how many interceptions he threw in last year? He's not a star player. I don't care, bro. Zach Wilson is not the guy for your franchise. I mean, second year we'll see. He's not taking off. And then you just have Josh Allen. We all know about him. He's a choker. Whether you want to admit it or
A
not, he's a
choker? Did
fucking
you
choker.
see his game against the Chiefs?
Did
He's a
he win?
choker.
Did he win?
But did you see his
Did he
game?
win, nigga?
It's
Did
not
he
his
win?
fault they
Did
lost.
he
It's
win,
their
What are we
nigga?
doing?
No,
defense.
he
What are
didn't
we
win.
It's their
doing?
defense.
Choked.
What are we
Choked.
doing,
He
bro?
didn't choke.
Because
The
What are
defense
we
choked
doing?
you know he's
They
choked
allowed
years.
the
He's
Kansas
choked
City
years
Chiefs
What
to go
are
before.
we
He's
midfield in
talking
choked
about?
years
13
before.
seconds.
He's
How is
Why
choked
that
are
years
we
Josh Allen's
before.
fault?
He's
entertaining
choked
this right
years
now?
before.
How is that
Can I
Why
Josh
are
Allen's
we
can I
fault?
keep going?
entertaining this
TK, you see
bullshit
how they
of a hot
interrupt me,
take right
TK.
now?
You
Kick
see
him.
how they
This
Please
isn't
kick
interrupt me,
him.
even a
TK.
Please kick
burnt
him.
ass
This
take.
TK,
man is
This
a
TK.
isn't
troll,
even a
man.
burnt take, bro.
Talking
This
about
is
Josh Allen
this is
choking.
worse
Like
than a
what?
burnt take, bro. This is a rotten take,
Can
bro.
I explain? Can
This
I
is
This is
the
a take
explain
with
how
worst
he
take,
mildew
choked?
on
bro.
it,
Like
bro.
Can I
This
ex-
is a
talking
can I
take
about
that
Josh
has
explain
Allen
how he
fungus
choked,
choked?
bro.
literally
Can
forming
I
as we
can
speak
I
on it.
explain how he choked?
No, you've
Can
explained
I
He
enough.
didn't
explain
You've
how he
choke.
explained
His
choked?
enough,
defense
bro.
literally
You've
gave up
TK,
explained
13
enough.
TK.
seconds.
Can
Insane,
I
bro.
explain how this nigga choked?
No,
He's choked years
no,
before last year. You know
no,
how many years
Yep.
Josh
no.
Allen has
Please,
been in the
no.
playoffs?
I just
You know
want
how
to
many
move
years
on,
Josh Allen
bro.
has been in the playoffs?
I just want to move on, bro. Let me,
Man is
please,
a
Tolu,
troll,
go.
man.
Just go to your
You
hot take,
niggas
bro.
Okay,
don't
okay,
like you
okay.
Just
niggas
I'm
don't
go.
going to
like
go
to
to
Trey,
hear
my
the
hot
shut
truth.
take.
up,
Trey, shut
bro.
You
up, man.
niggas don't
Trey,
like to hear
shut
the
Shut
up.
up,
truth.
bro.
Hold
Trey,
up. No, no,
shut
no,
Shut
up.
no.
up, Trey. Shut up, Trey. We are going to the next person, bro. Please.
My
Let's
last
go
point.
to
Okay.
This
the
is my
next
last
person.
point.
Don't
My
troll.
last
Oh
point before
my
I got
gosh,
cut
bro.
off, bro.
Tolu, just
My
shut up
last
and let
point
him
before I
finish so he
got
can
cut
say
off.
it.
Okay,
Just
go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Last point. Go ahead.
Out of all the years Josh Allen has been into the NFL, he's made the playoffs like 3 times. He choked it against the Texans. Okay, he choked it against the Chiefs in 2020 or with 2021, whichever year it was. I think it was 2020. And then he didn't choke this year, but hey, He didn't do enough for his guys to win. I don't care what you say, nigga. If he did enough for them to win, they would have been in the AF. They would have been in the Super Bowl. Josh Allen is a fucking choker. Mac Jones, when
This
he
is
gets when Mac
absurd.
Jones gets the
Hey,
superstar caliber
everyone else,
team
everyone
like
else
Josh
quiet, everyone
Allen
else
has,
quiet, everyone else
then
quiet. Trey, wait, I just have one question. Was that your last point? Was that all you wanted to say?
I'm making my last point. This is literally the last thing. When Mac Jones gets a superstar caliber team like Josh Allen has, oh, it's fucking over. It's fucking over. That's all I had to say.
Great.
Thank you
Yeah,
for listening
let's go
to
to
my
the next
hot take.
person.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's go to the
Okay,
next
can
person.
I go now?
Yes, go.
Okay. My hot take, we switching basketball here. If and when Russell Westbrook gets traded, Russell Westbrook will be out of the league. He'll be done. He'll be working at McDonald's. He'll be a full-time dad. That's what he's gonna be. Because I saw one video, him going up against Phil Handy yesterday, and it was the most absurd thing I've seen in my life. How do you let he every time? This is how they play the game. Every time Russell scores, he gets a point. And every time he doesn't score, Phil Handy gets a point. Meanwhile, Phil Handy is one of the best assistant coaches in the NBA. So he talks shit to you every time. Russell Westbrook won that one-on-one game 6-5. 6-5. How do you only beat an assistant coach by 1 point?
He was clearly letting him hang
So
around.
let me get this straight.
He was clearly
So
letting
this
him
man's
hang around.
hot take.
Bricks. He was shooting
This
bricks after brick after brick. So
He
when
was
Russell
clearly
Westbrook
letting him hang around.
and you see the news. Every time they only want the Lakers to give them 2 first-round picks so they can buy out Russell Westbrook. No team wants Russell Westbrook. None. Zero. Nada. I'm telling you, once he gets traded, he's going to be out of the league. He's going to be a full-time dad. Russell Westbrook, you are a great player. Obviously you're a Hall of Famer, but your time in the league is done. Finished. You can't shoot. You can't play defense. You don't have that heart you used to have like you did. You're done. You're trash. You're finished. And every time they say, "Oh my God," it's always bringing up stats when it comes to Russell Westbrook. Stats this, stat that. It doesn't translate to winning. He's not a winner. He is a loser and will forever be a loser. That's why nobody wants you no more, bud. You're done. Your time in the league is over once the Lakers trade your ass.
That was the worst.
Your hot take was worse than
hot
mine.
take. No, that
Mine was good.
It's not
No,
worse.
that was
Mine
It
was
was
good.
not
You're
worse.
both what's
It
terrible.
wasn't
That's
worse.
why.
Mine was
Okay,
good.
what team wants Russell
Mine
Westbrook?
was good.
What team wants Russell Westbrook?
Let me
Name me a team that wants Russ.
Are you gonna let us answer? Let me repeat.
Go
First of all,
ahead,
let me
go ahead.
repeat to you what your hot take basically was just to us. Russell Westbrook is not going to be in the league next year. He's going to be working at McDonald's. That's all I heard. First of all, that is the stupidest.
You know what I meant by that.
Stupidest
He's not going to be
thing
in
I
the
have
league
ever heard
anymore.
in my
He's
life.
going to retire. No team wants him. No
He's
team
not going to
wants him.
retire. He's 33. He's 32 years
Okay,
old.
then what? So
Somebody's
what's he going to do?
Sign to another team on the vet minimum? Duh. Like,
No.
what do you mean? What is he going to
No.
do? He's not
Once
gonna
he
be out
gets
of the
traded, the
league,
team's going to buy him out. No
and then
team
he'll be on
wants him.
another team. And then he'll
What
be
team?
on it. No team wants him, Tolu, because they don't want to pay $47 million. Plenty of teams will want him if they only have to pay him the vet minimum. Why am
And
I even
he's not going to come. You
explain
think he's
this
going to
to
come off the bench?
you speak on a sports cast and you talk as if you don't know sports. Your new name is Nigerian Herman.
What is he going to come off the bench? Is he going to come off the bench?
Tolu, your new name is Nigerian Hermy. Okay, that's what I'm calling you.
Who's going to come? Who
Nigerian
is
Hermy.
he coming off the bench? Because if he goes to a team, he wants a starting role.
I don't know.
He's not going to come off the bench.
Gianni, I'm about to ask you a serious question.
It depends on what team
Would
he
you
goes
would
to.
you
There's
take?
there's
you know
a
what?
good bit of teams
Trey,
he can ball handle
and
on. Be
PT, I'm gonna
primary.
ask y'all a question, then we can move the fuck on because this is obvious. Would y'all take Russell Westbrook on your team at the age of 32 on a veteran minimum? You would find somewhere on him for your team, right?
Yeah,
Hell
but he's
yes.
not going to start.
That shouldn't even be a question.
He's not going to
He
start.
doesn't need
I
to
take him
start.
as a guy
He
to
doesn't need
come
to
off the
start.
bench.
Take him off the bench.
Exactly.
then.
His
the bottom line
ego is way too big to come off the bench. He's not going to come off the bench. Like, what? He won't even come off the bench on the Lakers. You think he's going to do it right now? No, he's
In
not.
I'll
our
take him.
offense, he wouldn't have to come
For
off
If
the
it's
that
his
bench.
minimum,
last
to
chance,
come off the
Tolu,
bench.
Wait, so
We'd
you're going to
love
have
him.
Lowry
chance, I
and
do
Russ
think
in
he
the
will
starting
come off
We'd
the
lineup?
bench.
love
Yes.
him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we started hot takes at 2 hours and 2 minutes. It's currently 2 hours and 28 minutes. We've been through 2 hot takes.
Well, if niggas wouldn't have stopped kicking me and let me just say my points, we would have been done.
No,
TK.
you're Mac Jones.
Shut up,
Oh man, this is hilarious.
TK.
What's up? All right.
Go to your hot take, bro.
So here's my hot take for the week, bro. It's just gonna basically be short, and it is going to be simple. All right. The Bengals are not making the playoffs this year, ladies and gentlemen. That's just really gonna be the hot take straight up, all right? And the reason why they're not gonna make the hot take is basically from what I said earlier, is the points I made earlier. This was a team that got into the playoffs because Lamar Jackson went down and the Ravens lost 6 games in a row. This is a team that got into the playoffs because the Steelers were dog shit with Ben Roethlisberger, who was past the end of his career. They were riding that thing until the wheels fell off, and the wheels fell very, very much so off. This is also a team that is now in the division that, look, we talked about Deshaun Watson earlier. PC is going to talk about him a little more before we close the show. But this is a man, I'm just speaking on the field with Deshaun Watson. This is a guy who last time we saw was a top 5 quarterback. And the Browns got better with Deshaun Watson, whether he misses 6 games or not. This is now a team that is better in the future. All I'm saying is this, PC and everybody else. The Bengals won 10 games last year. And the reason why they won 10 games is because of all the things that kept happening with injuries and everything else to everybody else in their division and in the NFL as a whole. They got lucky, all right? And then they had the Cinderella story and they got through the playoffs. This year, man, look, teams, they got paper, they got film, they got all these things on this team, bro. And I understand that they built the offensive line, but let me tell you something, man. I just don't think it matters, bro. Like I said, Browns got better. Mike Tomlin is still Mike Tomlin. He's going to do Mike Tomlin things and find a way to have a winning season some way, somehow. I don't know how this man keeps doing it, but he just keeps doing it. And then the Browns with Deshaun Watson, bro. We can all agree that's going to be something very special. But yeah, man. I'm sorry for the Bengals fans, listeners, bro. I just honestly, I'm one of those guys. I just don't think the Bengals get back in the playoffs this year, man.
I agree.
Gianni, what is your hot take of the week?
I'm gonna go with basketball. I think Donovan Mitchell is gonna be a Jazz. The start of the season. I don't think he's gonna get traded. I think they're going to wait until next all season and wait for other teams to make like a package for him. And I think he's gonna get traded next all season. Just like KD, I think he stays.
It was the same hot take from last week, G. Essentially, you just didn't have KD from this week.
Yeah, I was like thinking because I understand I said KD last week. I just feel like Donovan Mitchell is going to end up staying because I feel like they're trying to get more from the Knicks, but I don't think the Knicks want to give in. And I think these other teams need like a third, maybe a fourth team to get the package done, I feel like. And I feel like teams are going to probably wait until next summer to have much more maybe draft capital or much more like a package that they can build on. Same thing with KD, honestly. I think teams are just going to wait until next summer.
So what I hear you saying is this, Gianni. They wait until next summer, and then all of a sudden you're giving all these other teams now an option to now try to get in on the Donovan Mitchell and Kevin Durant trades, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of teams are going to have a lot of cap next year. And you know who's one of those teams are? You know who one of those teams are? My Lakers.
Oh, God. Kevin Durant is not signing with the Lakers.
I don't want Kevin Durant. I want Donovan Mitchell, but we're not getting him. I know. Go ahead.
Let me get to my hot take. It's a football one. Football is officially back this week, starting this week. However, I'm going to focus on the Detroit Lions. So for my hot take this week is that the Detroit Lions will have a home record that is above 500. All right. I thought about predicting how many losses they would actually have, but there's so many games on their schedule that I think like there are a lot of teams that could possibly take them down and that they could possibly upset and they could beat them. So I'll just go on and say that they will have a above 500 home record. Dan Campbell, he's a man of the Detroit Lions. He is for the people. He's not going to let the people down. While of course they still have some kinks to pick out or to figure out in Detroit, I say that they have a good home record. We'll say 5-3. 5-3.
Damn, is their home game like that week, or you just have that much faith in the Lions
Well,
this year?
the home teams that they have, the Eagles, the Commanders, the Seahawks, the Dolphins, the Packers, the Bills, the Jaguars, and the Vikings. They upset the Vikings last season.
Ooh. Was that 8
Uh,
games, PC?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
8 games.
because I'm looking right now, and I got 4-4.
I
They're
can see
not
4
beating
and
the
4.
Eagles. They're not beating the Eagles. I think you said who were the other? There were some really good teams you named.
The Commanders. I could see him being Commanders.
Yeah, I can see them being the Commanders.
I could see him being I could see him being the Vikings and the Seahawks.
Yeah, that was one of the losses I gave. Yes, and there was one more that I could see a loss. Was it the Jaguars? I think it was the Jaguars.
It might have been the Jaguars.
Yeah. So and then who are the other 4 teams? Eagles.
There's the Bills. There's the Packers. There's the Dolphins.
They still won from the Packers this year.
Yeah,
Book
so
it.
they're not beating the Eagles.
I'm sure
Packers,
you think that, pal.
They're
They
not beating the
still
Eagles,
won.
Packers, Bills, or Dolphins. So yeah, they're not beating none of those teams. That's not bad though. I can see them go. Yeah, I can try to see that though. 5-3 or 4-4 is what I would pick.
So that is my hot take for this week.